Good morning. Happy Friday. I feel like I need some Friday tunes on. I'm on my own. I hope you're going to drop in and keep me company because I have got three minimum counting big truth bombs that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Because what I want to talk to you about, and this is a biggie, it's what you're doing, how you are blocking money coming to you. It's not money's fault. You're blocking money coming to you. And that's what I want to tell you today. Three key ways that you're doing that you will be blissfully unaware of probably right now, because otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. Hey, Holly, happy Friday. So I want to share these three truth bombs with you because I really want you to start stepping into your power and owning your money story, owning your wealth, owning your right to abundance, to have nice things, to have the freedom that you want. We've said this before this week. Nobody that I know wants money just to say it's stockpile in the bank. We want money so that we can have the freedom in our life that we want. So that, like some of our clients, morning, Deb. So that, like some of our clients, they are buying investment properties so that they've got a get out of corporate free card when in 5-10 years time. They're buying weekend homes so they've got somewhere beautiful outside of the city that they can take their families to. They are paying off their mortgages. They are reducing their hours at work so they can do something that fulfills their purpose in the charity sector, or being an artist in their personal time, in their private time. Money gives you options. So when people say to me, money doesn't make you happy, I 100% agree. I know lots of very fucking miserable rich people. Okay. But if you are doing the right work and doing it for the right reasons, money is an amazing addition to have to your overall happiness. Okay. So I'm going to hit you up with three big no-nos when it comes to wanting to have more money in your life, wanting to have more money in your experience, and what you're doing that's getting in the way of that money coming to you. Because the fact is, there is enough money to go around. I don't care what anyone's telling you, like, there's enough money to go around. And you being rich and wealthy doesn't mean that somebody over here isn't being rich and wealthy. And this is one of the big mindset blocks that we have when it comes to money. We think, well, these people over there, they haven't got much and I've got more than them. That's great. You can't be poor enough to improve their situation. Write that down, please. It doesn't matter how poor or how much in debt you make yourself, it isn't going to solve your neighbour's problem. It isn't going to solve problems in other countries. That's not what you being rich, wealthy, happy, abundant will achieve. Do you get that? Because women especially have a lot of guilt around wanting to have financial security, independence, and overflow. So the book this month that we're talking to you about, it's the book of the month. Oh my God, I haven't got it next to me. I'm going to show you it. It's a really good book. And how she talks about it is from overflow. So about having excess. And so many of us are used to just having enough. Does that resonate with anyone? Just having enough. It is okay to want more and more and more. Exactly. We're not greedy people. We're not going to become megalomaniacs. We all want to do good things with our money. Let me tell you, one of the best feelings I ever had. I remember when I was very young in my 20s, going for this job, which, if you know me now, I do like a challenge. They basically told me there was no point going for the job because there was loads of other people more qualified than me to get the job. Well, that was like a red rag to a bull. I was there with bells on, like, you will see me and you will interview me. And I actually got down to the last two people for this job. And I remember him saying, like, oh, this is a significant pay rise from what you're on now. And I was like, yeah, that's great. But actually, the reason I wanted the money when he asked me was because I had a big ambition to pay off my mum and dad's mortgage from being very young, to buy them a house. Now, at that point, they didn't actually have a mortgage or a house, but I wanted to buy them a house. And over the years, I've been able to pay chunks of money to my parents so that they can buy their own home. Like, do you know how good that feels? I've been able to buy my mum and dad a new kitchen, a new bathroom, do wonderful things for them. That to me is a great way, a great use and way to spend my money. I love doing that. But there are some things that you're doing right now that are just stopping you having that beautiful overflow so that you can do the things that you'd really love to do. Number one, I want you to write this down. You don't believe you're worth it. You don't believe you're worth it. At some level, if you haven't got the money in your experience that you would really like to have, there is a belief in there that you're not worthy of having that money, because you are blocking the flow of that money because of your belief system. Because remember, everything in your life, everything that you're seeing, everything you're experiencing is linked to what you believe, because what you believe is the lens through which you see the world. So when you believe that you're ready for more money, that you deserve more money will find its way to you without you having to work too hard to make that happen. Do you get that? Yeah. Love that, Deb. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just fiddling about because my mouse needs charging. So I'm just like moving chargers around. So number one is, if you haven't got the money in your experience that you desire to have, it's because at some level you don't believe you're worthy of that money. Everyone got that? Number two, you are hanging on to old money stories. Put your hand up with me if you know that you are hanging on to old money stories that don't serve you. So for me, it was, I've got everything I need and I don't need money to be happy. That was what I grew up with my mum telling me for very good reasons. You don't need money to be happy. And it's right, you don't. I can be happy without money. And I have over the years been happy without money. It doesn't mean that I don't deserve money and I don't want money. And I could be just as happy, if not more happy, with the money in the bank. Like, trust me, I was happy when I was almost bankrupt. And I was also happy with first time I looked at my savings account and had 6 figures in it. You can be happy with both, but it just gives you more choices if there's things that you want to do when you have the 6 figures in your savings account. Does that make sense? Yeah, it is there and it's available to you now. I don't know if I put that one up. Sorry, Cheryl. It is available to you now. So what old money stories are you hanging on to? And they will be money stories from parents, from grandparents, whatever. You know, like I always said, like I grew up with me nana saying, if you see people in fast cars, they're probably dodgy. Yeah, she is looking down from heaven at the Range Rover sitting on my drive. She'll be laughing her little nicks off now, because I always used to say to her, I'm going to have one of those big fast cars, Nan, and you're going to like it. I would have had to give her a leg up. She was tiny. I would have had to like pole vault her into the car. Yeah. So what you are hanging on to old money stories. If you haven't got the experience of money that you really want right now, it's because one, you don't believe you're worth it. And two, you're hanging on to some BS, belief system bullshit about money, about what money means to you, about who you are with money, about what money is. Yeah, tell me now in the chat some of the ridiculous things you were told about money growing up. My mum said, remember this was a Maryism, right? People with money have no personality. Mary genuinely believed that, didn't she, Cheryl? My story is that work is hard, so you have to work your ass off to deserve your money. How many of us have heard that one? You've got to work really, 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 really hard. And as long as you work hard, it doesn't even matter if you haven't got any money because you've worked hard. You've earned your way into heaven. You get into the golden pearly gates if you work your ass off. And somebody messaged me on or commented on one of the LinkedIn posts I wrote this week about that. And it was all around, you know, hard work doesn't equal success. Like you can be successful without the hard work. You can be focused, you can be driven, but you don't have to work 14 hours a day. And he said it's like the story of the man digging the hole. The man's at the side of the road. He works really hard. He works 12 hours a day. He's digging a hole, digging a hole, digging a hole, digging a hole. And at the end of the day, he's got a big hole. He's got calluses on his hands. It doesn't make him rich, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to have richness in your life financially. It's the root of all evil. Yeah. Money isn't the fucking root of all evil. This one really gets my gourd. And I think it's because of some of the religious inferences that were put around it and then completely distorted over the years. Money isn't evil. Money is just energy. Money is just energy. We're going to be talking about this so much next week in the workshop, guys. You're going to love it. But it's just energy. How people misuse that energy, that's different. Electricity isn't evil, but it can friggin' well kill you. Do you know what I mean? If you stick your finger in the socket, the electricity is going to kill you, but it also lights up houses. It powers cities. Is electricity evil? No, it's bullshit. It's no more evil than money is. It's no more evil. It's how we use that energy. That's the question. Yeah, heard that one. So true. So true, isn't it? Right? So number one, you don't believe you're worth it. Number two, you're hanging on to old money stories and they're not working for you. Number three, and I want you to really feel this one, because this is going to be a biggie when we're in the workshop next week for 3 days, is you're not actually clear what you want. Money can't come to you if you're not being, if you're spending your whole time saying, I don't need money, I'm happy with what I've got. Okay, then I'll go and take my energy somewhere else. Are you being clear? Are you clear on what you want? Are you clear on what you want with your life? Are you clear on what you want your ideal day to look like? Are you clear on what you want to spend your money on? Money likes to have a purpose. Energy likes to have a purpose. Like, I don't sit there and go, I want 50 grand in that savings account. I'll sit and go, I'm going to buy a new kitchen. I would stand and visualize myself in the kitchen. I would literally stand where I knew the sink would be. I would imagine Kayla playing in the garden. I have that now. 50 grand for the kitchen arrived. I didn't have to like squirrel it away when it came like in the most unexpected way. I love my kitchen, HQ. Okay. But I was really clear and had a really strong vision of what the purpose of the money was and what the feeling would be. So guys, this is all around, like, you're manifesting all the time, whether you mean to or not. You've got a goal with money all the time, whether it's intentional or not. Next week, we are going to be cutting through all of this bullshit in the 3-day Wealth Without the Hustle workshop. You're going to leave with clarity. You're going to leave with a different money story. You're going to leave with a very clear picture of how you're going to create your success in 2022. And you're going to get the opportunity to have Cheryl or I look at what that is for you and give you our advice and opinion as people who have made it now to a 7-figure business. Okay, so if that's what you would like to have in your experience, then investing £97 in the workshop is your next inspired action in order to do that. And if you're one of our clients in the Real You Soul Sister or the Elite, you don't even have to do that. You get to do this as part of your package. Isn't that exciting? It is a biggie. Hit me up. You've got 3 minutes. Any questions? Tell me what your questions are. Tell me what your thoughts are. Have you had an aha moment today? Are you feeling fired up, like you want to change your narrative, change your story, and start feeling worthy of the money that is your birthright? Because you were born to have abundance. You were born to do well. You were born to feel good. You were born to have experiences. And if you've got the desire to have that experience, then it means it's meant for you. It's really that simple. It really is that simple. So if you want to be poor and have no money and have debt and not be able to have the holidays you want and not be able to take the kids to the places that you want, and if you are genuinely happy in that state, I am there with Cheryl, front and center, celebrating you. If that's not the experience you want, and you want to have the overflow, and you want to have the joy, and you want to have the experiences, and you want to be able to buy yourself or your mum and dad a new kitchen or bathroom or house or wherever the hell it is for you, then we would love to see you in our workshop, because we are going to be, like, Cheryl and I have spent all this week tidying this up, like doing some stuff over the week. Like, it is immense what we're teaching you. We are cramming so much into the 6 hours, and you get to get the replays, and you get to keep them forever. So you can go back to that for that coaching caffeine whenever you need it, each time you're up leveling in your money story. Okay. I feel I need more manifesting of what I want. Exactly. Most of the time you're manifesting a lot of the stuff that you don't want because you're not getting conscious about your thoughts. Next week on day 2 of the program, Cheryl and I are taking you through our 5-step formula on how to manifest easily, simply, and making it feel really good, so that you can build that into part of your daily routine. You don't have to stress or sweat it anymore. I had little notes today. I had to remember 3 things, because sometimes I get on, I get very excited talking to you, and I can never remember what number 3 is. So I actually wrote the 3 things. Are you impressed? You see? Right. I'm going to love you and leave you. It's Friday. Go away. Think about what I've said. If you've got any questions, put them on the thread. I'll be checking a little bit later. I'm off to take my mum now for some Reiki that I got to pay for her. And then I'll take myself for a facial. This is how we do Fridays, people. And I'll be doing some studying work over the weekend. So have an amazing weekend. Love you all. Get signed up. Come and join us. This is the best way to close out your 2021. Peace out, guys. Love you.